the same technique. You're just adding a third stripe. So this is the one I did in the last workshop. It needs a bit of a trim. So to wrap it, you're going to do like one stripe here, one stripe here, one stripe here. And the trick is to just not overlap them too much. So just hold them both because I don't want any like random strands overlapping. So you just really need to like pile it on right in that little strip and make sure it doesn't get too wide. Otherwise you won't have enough room to add your next stripe. Okay. And you get your next color. And then you're going to put that one snug against your first color and just build that little pile up. Okay. And then I think I'll actually just go for more of this pink because it's so nice and bright. Maybe because it's so gray outside. Maybe that's why I'm just all over the brights and neons today. And then you can wrap your third color right next to it. Push them together a bit. So if you think about like, if you know that you need like 100 wraps to do this size pom-pom, if you're doing 2 colors, then you do 50 wraps of each color for the half and half. And then if you're doing a triple one, then you do like 33 wraps of each color to have them even. So that's like the little maths part, but I don't ever count, so it's like no wrong way to do it. You just but if you want to be like precise or like have an estimate, like ballpark, I'd make like one solid one, the size that you want, and then just keep track of how many times you're wrapping. But life is like too short to count. So there we go. I'm going to tie the string again. Let me find my string here. Just do it by eye. It's fine. They'll all be like slightly different. But if I do earrings, like I always count because it would drive me nuts if I had one pom-pom slightly bigger than the other hanging off my ears. So here we go. Wrapped once around, and then we go left over right again. Pull it off. What I wanted to say before, and then I kind of got sidetracked with something else, was that some of us really hold loads of like stress and tension in our hands. And sometimes like when I do the adult workshops in person, they cannot pull the yarn off of the tool because it's wrapped so tightly. So if this is you, maybe you hold your stress in your jaw or your shoulders, just like if you know you hold it in your hands, just like shake them out before, like if you're finding like, oh, I cannot pull it off because I've wrapped it so tight. It's like, just like shake your hands out and like roll your shoulders and just like relax a little bit. And when you're wrapping, it should be like a nice, like not too loose that it's not on the tool, but just like a nice even tension that it slides off nice and easily. So if you're finding as you're making pom-poms that it's like so tight, just like take a minute to shake it all out and just try to like relax your hands a little bit. I find it like when I teach like adults and kids, I find it mostly with adults. run into that problem. The kids tend to wrap it too loose. So it's like finding the middle ground between them. But yeah, that's like the little tip. So that's our triple stripe. So pick your trim guide. I did that one for this one. I quite like that size. So I'm going to go with that. So just pop it in the middle and cut around. I have so many pom-poms here. It's like taking up my screen. So I move that over so that you can actually see what's going on here. Okay, so I've trimmed there. Put that back in the middle. Cut around here. Just turn it on the side. So the triple stripe pom-poms are good for like if you're doing flags of the world pom-poms, but you're doing like easy countries like Italy and France and stuff. So maybe it's a good like little geography lesson to do with the kids, is that you make different pom-poms for the different world flags. That could be a cool idea. If anyone is homeschooling at the minute. So you just spin it around. It's a bit easier with the stripe one because I'll just trim the mint stripe. Just brush that up a bit. And just trim that around. And just keep working your way around until it's more or less nice and trimmed. And then if you ever just want to check, just roll it around in the palms of your hands. I find that also like if you're using wool, it starts to help the fibers stick together a bit more. And then I just use the tips to just grab those little bits sticking out. And then with these ones, again, like when you're doing patterns, you can use like a needle to just help push the, oh, I've got a little loop hiding down there, to push the fibers to like where you want them to be. So yeah, that's the triple stripe.